Oh yeah. Jatketaan diskoa. Okei, eli taas tänne. Jätin tänne ylös. Koitin hypätä takkia hakee, mutta siinä on toi white check ja mä feilasin sen, eli täytyy tulla myöhemmin otetaan uudestaan. Moro. Mitäs tässä? Kannamän, olis sä Sparro? Joo. What up? Joo, siis koitettiin takkia saada ja se on noin white check, ja kun mä feilasin sen, niin se täytyy tulla myöhemmin koittaa uudestaan, kun se resettaa. Ja näin tekee jotain muuta, koska toi vaikuttaa, että se on tosta skill checkistä kiinni, että päästääks me sinne satamaan. Joten. Käydään tekee jotain muuta. Noin. Yhdeksältä pääsee nukkuun tässä, joten... You met mysterious stranger smoking in the balcony. Sometime after 9 o'clock to see if anyone's home. Tän vois tehdä sitten, kun kello on yli 9, mutta kello on vasta 6, joten... Taas jotain muuta. Get reality slow down. Käydään vähän tutkimassa sitä toista puolta tästä kylästä. Kaupungista. Mikä tää on, kylä vai kaupunki? Mikä on definition of kylä? The map tab in your journal lists all the white checks you can reattempt. Oh shit. Ne trackkaa noi siis noin. Joo. Elikkä tässä mapissa näkyy nää kaikki mun white checkit, mitkä mä voin tehdä uudestaan. Elikkä tää trackkaa näitä. Sitten tässä on se ikkuna. Tai siis se takki. Set of tracks, Tomille home. Trash container. Policeman cloak. Save your fate. Elikkä tää on tällä hetkellä lukittu, mutta tää Measurehead ei oo lukittu. Ja kunnon empati ei oo lukittu. Very interesting. Jos kannattaa saada tönimässä tätä Measureheadia, jos se nyt onnistuu. Voice. Ja tätä kunnon empatia.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Siinä on kyllä niin pieni chanssi, että toi ei tuu kyllä ikinä. How about no? Käydään tsekkaa, saatas Measureheadia pistettyä tällä kertaa turpa. Hello, you big cunt.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
We'll see about that. Knock him out. Yes, oikeesti. Onnistuuko tää? Fuck you.
Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat. into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalate it. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
Okei, pitäisköhän mun pistää sitä lisää turpaa? Perform 360 flying spin kick. Ja sitä on nyrkkeilijä tää kaveri, mutta saaks tää tämmösiä Conor McGregor moveja? Tsekata. Please work. Oh, what? Nice!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Left is the button, eli nappia pitäis painaa. Mikä on mun punchline tähän? I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this. Disco Inferno!
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Really?
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go, before he gets up.
Ei täällä on loottia. Mitäs mä jään juttelen tolle Measureheadille? He's fucked now.
The man is still knocked out. He breathes slowly and steadily. It'll take a few moments for him to recover.
Okay.
The man, it'll take...
Come on. Nää bönät ei halua vielä puhua mulle, vaikka mä oon niitten uusi Big Daddy nyt. Mitäs sä oot nyt mieltä musta? Hä? You fuck
Knocked him
your
out
man.
good. Like the Flying Desperado.
Who or what is Flying Desperado?
It's that really cool Flying Desperado spin kick you did, Boyadero. Often performed by the most hard-bodied boyaderos on the steps.
Yeah, I sure did that thing.
So, what's on your mind this time?
Nothing. Tästä oli tosi hankala muistaa päästä alas. No ei näköinen oo. Kun mä oon painanut nappia, niin pitäisikö tän... Ei, se oli toi... Joo, se oli toi sähköinen ovi tuolla. Tai siis toi sähkölukittu ovi. Sehän tosta aukes. Tämä. What do we got over here? Niin, pääsisikö tätä kautta sitten sinne kiertoreitille takaisin? Wow. Mä jossain isossa officessa. Typewriter. Onko täällä jotain kivaa luuttia? Postikortteja lisää. Coffee machine on. Can I get some coffee?
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
Alright.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Volition check. Tag your white check. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Force yourself to go through the folders. Tsekataan.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Everard's shoes. More banners. Kenenköhän joku to-do-listi tää voisi olla?
All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled.
Look him, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Että on kai menty ennenkin, että toi Everard on ton liiton johtaja.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht. All items on the list have been crossed out and the drawer slides shut.
Selkeä. Mitä veskistä löytyisi? Onks tää Kimi tässä? Vittu mä pelästyn tätä kuka tossa. Mer magnesium. Oh yeah. Elysium. Alright. Strange buzzing sound. What is this? Giant ass print of the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Ass print. Okei, mitä hyötyä mulla oli päästä tänne? There's a Elysium.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Onks tää jotain kommunism propagandaa?
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism.
Yep, it's a communist manifesto.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Right?
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Mä tiedän, en mä näkisi, että mä tarvin tätä tietoa kommunismista enempää. Ehkä.
The
Ehkä
face
mä
of
tarvin
King
näitä.
Freecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
I want to catch up on international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Mesk-Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Now we're talking. Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kenajinski himself.
New fitness initiative.
According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
National sport. Damn. When it says bear wrestling, does that mean two bears are wrestling each other, or?
Of course not. The article makes plain that this is man on bear, or in some cases, woman on bear competition. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
Damn.
According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk.
Precisely. For too long, drink has been a scourge to the working class, and President Kenajinski is deeply committed to supplying the people with more wholesome entertainments.
Always good to catch up with foreign affairs.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst and Kultur? Jotain kulttuuria varmaan.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Of course.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Sounds dull.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta.
Okay.
Finally, there's a brief article by the writer G. Martin accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Damn communists. Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me.
The eternal problem, according to G. Martin, is that under capitalism, the worker is rendered incapable of perceiving their own agency or lack thereof. Thus, they tend to experience their own oppression as though it were happening to somebody else. Is that true? Have you felt estranged from your own self recently? You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Put the magazine away. Alright.
file cabinet the drawer.
Ehkä tosta kommunistilehdestä
An
on jotain
imposing
hyötyä.
combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Punch clock, eli tää on niin kuin töihin ilmoittautuminen. Insert 10 cents.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial a random number.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Oliko tää jotain white check? On se varma. Useful patterns?
Undoubtedly, no.
I might try this again later.
Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing. Nothing tricky about that. You just do, fail, repeat, until it works. All it takes is motivation and practice.
Okei. Tähän palataan myöhemmin. Elikkä se on tää. Punch clock, joo. Tästä meni portaat alas. Nice. Mä en huomannut niitä aikaisemmin. Oh yeah. Nyt mä saan atakki takas.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Nice. Nyt me saatiin meidän takki takaisin. Kunnon poliisin trenchcoat. No ei ihan. Halogen watermarks. Taking back the street. Tässäkin on Spirit the Corpse. Mutta tässä on myös Shivers-jota. Tää on niinku upgradeattu versio tästä Disco Ass Blazerista. Nice. Nyt päästiin tänne. Vihdoin. Yritetään Strong Boy auttaa meitä ottaa ruumis alas. Tosin kello alkaa olemaan 7:30. On tässä vielä aikaa. Collecting rainwater. Alright. What's here?
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Okay. Looks like I had a lot of fun.
It really, really doesn't. Let's turn our attention elsewhere and move on.
Okay.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Kim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside. Search the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Have a seat. Rest.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Search for little something, something to help you out.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Take the
You
painkillers.
take the painkillers. They are yours now.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death,
Damn.
erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Mitä lääkkeitä ne on?
Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else.
Disco mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat.
The imagined dazzle of light overwhelms any list of potential side effects. Any negative thoughts are drowned out by the fantastic blast of disco.
Get up.
You stand and exit the booth.
Weird. Mihin me halutaan mennä? Me ollaan nyt täällä niinku täällä satama-alueella. Pitäisikö tänne mennä, eikö? Tänne ei pääse. Elikkä tänne idis. Halogen lights.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Press arrête.
The crane stands tall, proud, erect, and still.
Press march.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Alright. Toi tois avata meille jotakin.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Diiva. Niin oliko se tässä aikaisemmin? What is this? Oh yeah. More nose effect. More money. Tää ei tietenkään työntekijöitä oo, kun ne on kaikki lakossa. Joo. Mikä tää? Mä tosta auki. Hi! What's your deal?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Ai, tää vaikuttaa kivalta kaverilta.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
What's sä Everard? Ekkai. Easy Leo. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Scabs, elikkä niin kuin lakkorikkureita. What is with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Okay.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am, yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Siinä olisi logic check. What the hell? What's going on here?
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors.
Logic check.
There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
Eli täällä vähän vaihdetaan, täällä laitetaan tämmöisiä punaisia lippuja. Niin kuin koristetaan tätä paikkaa. What is underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Thanks, Leo, you've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Okay.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Okay. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Okay.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Leo.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Nice.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are all right.
Huh. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
Joo, taas äijä, jonka tylylisti me löydettiin. Of course. What was that about the Porsche?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Okei, jotain keittoa, millä noi lakkolaiset jaksaa lakkoilla. Hold up, who makes it at the wheeling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Grad? Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Okay.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay. I'm looking for the leader of the dog workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everard is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Two joint containers on your right. Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Bye bye. Täällä on kaksi konttia, joiden takana sen office on. Mitä meillä täällä? Ah, ton sisäänkäynti. Olisiko sinne jäänyt vielä jotain? Eikö? Oh. Coffee. Stair made of... tästä pääset tänne. Tästä pääset tänne. Hei, sä oot varmaan Everard. Hello. Taxidermy fish. Hi.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
No, mun on pakko katsoa, että laitoinko mä itteni mutelle vahingossa. En. Before, okay. We found Everard.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Let's get straight to business. There's a dead body in a tree.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, Have a seat.
Mr. Do, boys.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? Dubois.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit, it's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Okay.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Come on. Mun on pakko istua tohon.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Damakee tästä tuolista.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Antaa mulle rahaa. Onks mä varma, että mä haluan ottaa sen vastaan?
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
25. Nää on lahjuksia muuta. Haluanko mä korruptoitua jo tässä vaiheessa? Wait, you know God?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it, I'm good. Leave the check.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
Joo, en ota lahjuksia.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Okei, mistä toi tietää, että mun ase on hukkunut?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Okay.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Composer, don't panic. Koitetaan saada tää composer. Tää on red check.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this Mr. Dubois he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Okay. Keep sliding down the chair like a jelly shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
I think not.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Okay.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Olisiko tää meidän niinku kaveri, joka auttaisi meitä saamaan sen ruumiin alas? Could you help me get the dead body down from tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy.
Nice.
You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
No niin, nice. Some progress. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
True.
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It's My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Alright.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Harry Dubois. Harry Dubois.
You don't feel like either one of these things. You know what your name is. You have a sophisticated name, like that of a count, or a beautiful man.
Okay, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
Okay. Jamrocks. Do you know anything about my family? Do I have wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
You're right, I don't.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Harry, you're not simply a cop, you're a star. A bright shining star in the drab law enforcement sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
Nice. That's what I like about you, Everard. You get me.
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
The giant neon sign reading Harry Dubois, hanging from the Cavalsun crane, can be seen all the way to Jamrock.
Okay.
Somewhere in Mirova, a beautiful woman sees the bright glow on the horizon and says to herself, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have left him."
Oh shit. Taas löytyi ehkä syy, minkä takia tää alkoi ryyppää. Tää oli joku... Chiksi jätti tää. Meidän folder.
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Okay.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Okei, nyt olisi se red check, jossa menis. Olisi aika hyvä, että se sit onnistuu. Have another look at the folder.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau, like I said. Now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So, the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business.
Harry! I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Okay. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
You've heard wrong, Everard. We're not.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
Okay.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
Okay.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Haluatko tää, että mä murtaudun jonkun kämppään? I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Okei, eli me täytyy tehdä yhteistyötä tämän kanssa, jos me halutaan tietoa tuosta murhasta. Damn it, fine. I look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okei, eli jos mä haluan mun aseen takas, niin mä täytyy tehdä tän kanssa yhteistyötä. I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Everard, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Ah. Thanks. I was wondering how am I supposed to get out?
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Okei. Mikkä mä sain kulkukortin. Joo, tässä aukesi nyt tosi paljon. Tää oli tosi hyödyllinen keskustelu. Special door. Special bush. Getting the body down. Go to Measurehead on the gates and ask him to get the body down. Elikkä nyt Measurehead pitäis tulla jeesiin mua. Nice. Ei hitto, tää oli kyllä hyvä keskustelu. Very good conversation. Mutta noin mua väsyttää ihan sairaasti, niin mä voisin pistää tässä kohtaa poikki. Niin seuraavalla kerralla meillä on aika monta asiaa, mitä pitäisi tehdä. Me jatketaan me otetaan se ruumis alas todennäköisesti. Ja sitten 9 jälkeen käydään tsekkaamassa sen Skinin Smoker-duden asunnon ovelle. Jos siellä sattuisi pyörii jotain shadyä porukkaa. Yes. Jatketaan tästä. Morjes.